Hello people, it's me again, the channel of Lion Spirit. My name is still Julian, and yeah, I was just having some time off and sat in front of the PC and wanted to watch some YouTube videos, whatever, but I just can't do it anymore. It's just, see, I'd rather make a video at the moment. And the topic today will be a phenomenon that we see in our society, in entertainment, in news. You see, both mainstream and alternative journalism, or how you want to call it, information, journalism, entertainment, infotainment, all these things that we put in our head daily. And especially, yes, I want to talk about videos on YouTube as well. TikTok, they will be on TikTok too, but I watch more videos on YouTube, so I specialize this topic on YouTube. But the topic does not end there, it will be on other media the same way. The absolute same way, okay? Same content creators, same topics, same videos. So, I think we cannot deny the fact that nowadays this has taken a huge spot within our society. We do not only have these programs on TV watching, some people don't even watch any TV anymore, they just watch this stuff. And there is mainstream media on YouTube, but there is also alternative media, so independent, more or less independent producers, anything that is allowed within freedom of speech. And before we start, I want to say something about that pandemic that we all went through. And I do believe that it showed us something about the psyche in the background, the psyche of individuals, the psyche of society, so of groups of people. And it showed a lot of fear and also a lack of trust. A lot of people seem not to trust into what they are being told in mainstream media. I'm not gonna go on that thin ice and talk about any details or my own opinion on that, okay? Man, I'm tired of this, I think everybody's tired of this. But let's go to the facts and to what really matters. And I think we can agree that most people seem to think they're just glad that we are over and that it is done. We don't even want to analyze it. We don't want to talk about it every day. We just think glad it's done. We're over it, over this traumatic experience, and that's it. The thing is, I liked in the lockdown the fact that the people chilled a little bit. There were no more planes in the sky, no more airplanes. The sky was clean. No, not everybody flying, driving, going everywhere, all the time, everything, consuming here, buying there, going to a coffee, with the car, driving here, there. People were chilling a little bit. And to me, it kind of relaxed me in a physical and spiritual way to not see planes in the sky no more. It was actually extremely healthy and relieving for me as an individual. And we heard these news that all over the world in the beaches, because no tourists were there anymore, the animals returned. They returned. Everything took nature took a deep breath and showed that it can come back and recover quickly if we would give it a chance. But we don't. And yeah, I don't want to talk about Corona in particular or vaccination or these topics. I want to talk about the psychological backgrounds, and I stick to facts, and I am not spreading or supporting so-called conspiracy theories. Why do I say so-called? Because just because a certain mainstream media calls something what it is or states something, it does not mean that this is the truth, okay? So it's really, really a challenge nowadays to digest what is being put in your brain and filter out something for yourself. So what we saw in the Corona pandemic, in this pandemic time, was a lot of fear and distrust and a lack of solidarity in the society. That's what we could observe. And I saw, especially in my memory, there are two famous people in Germany. You might not know them if you're not German, because they are not world famous. It's Richard David Brecht, a philosopher, and Helge Schneider, a musician, and also a person that is doing some comedy, but he is a musician and an artist in the first place. So these people, I remember, but I cannot tell you any evidence, but it's not about that now. They said something about the pandemic in the hot phase of it in the TV, and the very next day, they excused for what they said. But it was something very common sense. It was like common sense what they said, and they just said their opinion, freedom of speech. But they got afraid. That's what I think. They got afraid that they are risking all their place in society, and they will not recover from speaking what they think. And the next day they said, "Oh, excuse me for what I said," and they took it all back, and then they just stayed silent for some time until we are coming back to a little bit more relaxed state, okay? And there were a lot of people who spoke their mind and they never recovered from it. They were in some way shut down, okay? So, yeah, this is what we see in this pandemic. We see mental things happening: fear, anxiety, distrust, mistrust, divide. It's easy to divide society. It's easy to divide a group into individuals, and everybody is just hiding and taking care of himself, not showing any information to the outside, not letting any information coming in. You know what I'm saying? This is very easy to do, and it can happen suddenly. Okay, so this is the first part I wanted to talk about, and there is a very influential Hindu, or from India, a guru. His name is Sadhguru, and of course I also do not support spiritual leaders who who living in sects or something like that. No, but I think he is a good person of the of the official life. Sadhguru, his name. He fights for the preservation of soil on our planet and many other things. And he said that the mental health pandemic is coming, is upon us, which means more and more people will have mental problems, and this is for sure, because our biology is made for an environment that has existed 70,000 years ago, and our environment changes rapidly and faster and faster and faster and faster, and we are highly adaptable species, but this is too much. This is too much. And yes, it is no question, the mental mental disorders are increasing. Depression and all the kinds of what any kind of mental personality disorders, mental problems, they are increasing, especially in the so-called first world countries, industrial nations. You know what I'm saying? Because the more money we have, the more developed we are technique-wise, and the more these problems increase. Because if we are involved in fighting for survival, in being creative, in using our brain and not artificial intelligences, mobile phones, media, this, that, if we as entities interact with other people who help us, because everybody needs everybody, we thrive, we are happy, this is what we are meant to do. But when you look at our societies, we live in cities, but everybody is alone and nobody helps nobody, because everybody has his own money and everybody is afraid of the other one stealing from him. If you go to other countries where the people have not so much money, everybody helps everybody. Everybody is open for contact. Say hello, smile, make a few jokes. Hey, can you help me getting this bike up in the bus? Of course. Hey, let's go. We do this, no problem. You go here to somebody and you offer somebody help. He runs away and is in fear. You want to rip something from him. You see what I'm saying, man? That's where we live. That's how we live. Okay. Next topic related to this. And when we check out what's happening on these streams, often narcissistic awareness streams, which is a mental health problem. Narcissistic personality disorder is a personality disorder and a mental health problem, which is rising, just being discovered more and more, or researched, explained, and roughly 5% of population have it, but a lot of more people have these traits, and still it is kind of, it's being researched, more and more people are aware, but other people are absolutely not aware. And when you get narcissistically abused, nobody of the people who are around you will believe you. Nobody. So, okay. These narcissistic awareness streams often overlap with psychological, spiritual, religious, enlightenment streams. So they implement narcissistic awareness and they have other topics too, okay? And there are certain terms. And I will tell you what these terms are. And I do not support them, because most of them will, by mainstream media, opinion, propaganda, be called conspiracy theory. So, what do we have there? The term gang stalking, the term noise campaign, the term organized Marvin, and I think, some people talking about chemtrails too, stuff like this. And I want to say something about these things. And I'm not a specialist for this, okay? But I try to give you, I try to discuss it too, because I don't know a lot about what it means, okay? But I try to give the information I have, and I want to bring it into a discussion, because we are citizens, we have freedom of speech, and it is our job actually to educate about things and find out what is what, okay? But especially I want to give you backgrounds, psychological backgrounds. So, let's begin with gang stalking. This is quite obvious. It means that groups of people work together in order to stalk other minorities or individuals and harass them. And this can easily be described as paranoia. So the people who speak of gang stalking, they are paranoid, they are sick, they have a problem. This is not true, they overreact. You can say this, okay? But if we see what is happening in society, the mental health problems will increase and narcissism increases, then I think there will sometimes be a little bit of truth in this too. And the same, by the way, is noise campaigns, which means people doing noise just to harass other people, to suppress them. Let's say somebody wants to practice music, somebody is recording something and then, or wants to sleep, whatever, they just disturb other people with noise, with intentionally making noise to harass people. So in many cases, I think this is overreacting, this is being too self-centered and thinking, oh, this person is doing all the noise just to harass me, but it's absolutely no relation in this. It's just coincidence. But sometimes it might be true. And only thing that I can say, I'm speaking facts here or my own experience. What I can say from narcissistic abuse, because I have been narcissistically abused in a triangulation relationship that went over a month in my own house. And how it works is that someone or a group of people who have the same interest, they do a lot of very, 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 very small things. And each of these small provocations that are very subtle and do not conflict with federal laws, but it's just small disrespects, going over, stepping over boundaries, unwritten rules, overstepping small unwritten rules, making provocation here, most of the things are interfering with private sphere. And so if you do all of these small little provocations here, there, all the time, and then the other person will get mad over time, and at some point probably act out, and then they say, hey, I just did this little small thing, why you react so much, And this is how these other things could work as well. What I want to say to this topic, to this toxicity within society, whether it's people who have a mental problem because they are paranoid or afraid or anxious, or whether it's really narcissistic people that harass others. no matter how you put it, we have a mental problem in society. And the problem is, we cannot easily research this, but it would be very interesting. What we would need to research this would be a self-admitted narcissist, let's say a boss that is narcissist, and find out how many people are suffering from this person, what kind of mental problems do these people get, how much does it cost to because these people might be not able to work anymore, these people might need therapy, these people might get suicidal, these people might go to asylum, whatever they do, how much damage is being done. Or it could be a narcissistic partner in a relationship, a narcissistic wife, a narcissistic husband. How much damage does this person do to the other partner, to the children, to other people they put in the, triangulation relationships, whatever they do? To research the actual brutal, I think it is a huge number that nobody would expect, how much damage is caused in society through these mental problems. Because the people who are narcissistically abused, they can end up in hospital. They can end up dead, suicidal, destroyed. Yes. So we definitely have a interesting thing going on because of the rising awareness. Because let's say 30-40 years ago there was almost no awareness for this. If you say, okay, sometimes there are people who are a little bit dump asses and you have to stay away from them, or this person is a little bit of stupid, stay away from the person. Today we have people who say, hey, you are a narcissist, this person has this personality disorder. You understand it, you can describe it, you see the background of what is happening. And let's see where this leads. I feel like this awareness is spreading, is getting more, and it's kind of turning the tables. So the people who are abusive getting exposed more and more. But where this will lead, I have no idea. And we also, about these other theories of gang stalking and organized Marvin, I still don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's kind of the same thing. It means some sort of harassment of people. I think sometimes it is people who are too paranoid, too anxious, but sometimes there will be a little bit of truth. And this is because we have this narcissism within society. We have abusive people in society, and it's not just 1% or something. No, it's more. It's much more. We have these bad things going on. We have to prepare ourselves. We have to teach our loved ones to be careful, how to stay away from abuse. We have to be careful that these people not get too much influence, too much they should not be too mighty. It has to be this way, that the empathetic, understanding, social, caring people accept and allow the others to live in society, put them in the places, keeping them in wherever how they want to live, and not the other way around, because this would make no sense, I think. So maybe this would be one way I could say, all right, let's live like that. But it cannot be. It's not a good option for the future to see the good you know, the good people being abused by the bad people, let's say, or by the sick people, and used by them and consumed by them, and that's it, that's end of the story. Yeah, I'm not very happy with that video, because I'm not in that mood right today, but still I'll just push it out and load it up. Nobody watching my videos anyway, so I think it's not a big problem. I will watch my own video, because honestly, I want to see what I'm saying. Check it out. My people, I hope we can form a healthy society with people who are not vulnerable, because this is just a question of, you know, this random factor. I don't like the random factor in this, you know, that you get abused by someone just because it comes in your life. No. We need people who are empathetic, caring, capable, happy, performing, giving their talent into society, being rewarded for it, and at the same time not being abused, not other people using their ideas, their energy, whatever. And at the same time, these people have to protect others from this abuse, you know. This is where we want to go. I'm out for now. Have a safe day and a nice, beautiful 2024.